it has been more than 30 years since you formed your band, and now you're here back
Yes,
together.
Yes, ma'am.
You have been through some split ups, and then you got back together. What makes you be here tonight, and but be together as a band again?
Um, there's a few different things I could say to that. I would say that I don't really know how to do anything else very well, apart from be a guitarist in a rock band. That's the main reason I'm personally do it. But I mean, presumably, although it doesn't always feel that way, we enjoy it. I like performing. I like live. I don't really like traveling anymore, but I like playing. So that's the main reason. It's just very simple reason. It's the same reason we got together in 1983, was that we enjoy it. We like to play kind of high energy rock, and it's almost great, a blessing to be able to do that all these years later.
You have been through some changes, but if you would like to, it could be like a good piece of advice for the people who are here to listen to you, and you'll have many ranges of ages. Could you tell them something like could go on if it's not so okay, but go on because that's what you are doing?
Well, it's always been okay. I can't really. I mean, it's never been really bad with the cult. I mean, we've always had a pretty good career. It's never been bad. I don't. I really don't like giving advice because young people don't want to hear advice from old people anyway.
Oh, they do.
No, they don't.
From you.
Only in certain cultures and not in mine. But like young people can find out. But I think the best advice I can give is to be true to yourself and stick to, like, don't try and follow what others are doing. If you really believe in something, I think having some integrity and belief in what you do is more important, especially in this day and age where nobody seems to have any moral fiber. Artistically, it seems to be very normal for a whole generation. Nobody has any kind of what I would say scruples. People will do anything, they'll sell anything, do anything to be famous, and I don't really necessarily think that good art is created by people who just want to be famous. It's a nice thing to be successful, and it gets you lots of nice cash and prizes, but in actual fact, really, it's not about that at all. That's just an incidental benefit, and you only really get to that if you really have good art and have some integrity deep down. I think that's the key. So I guess be true to yourself is the thing. If you believe in what you do, stick with it, and if you don't make it, be happy that you had some integrity. Don't sell out.
So that's what you feel being with the cult.
I would say that. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much we've followed our own advice. We pretty much stick to what we know, and we try. Within the realms of being a guitar rock band, we've experimented. None of our albums sound the same. We've made 10 studio albums. I wouldn't say any two of them sound the same, although it's still basically the main two guys. We've written the songs. We explore. We don't live in the past. We respect the past, but we don't live in the past. We very much live today. That's why we're doing a festival with, younger bands. We're probably one of the oldest bands on the bill, in terms of years we've been around. But I like to think that the cult's music, because it's kind of genuine and honest, is relevant. Good is good, and timeless. And I like to think that the cult has positioned itself by making some good choices. We've also made some bad ones, but a lot of good ones. And if you make more good choices than bad choices, you get to play on a festival like this with a much younger bill, because perhaps there's a respect there of what we did before all these bands were going, and that's how I kind of see it.
To what specific kind of people do you write your songs?
Specific people. I write songs to please me. That's the specific person I please. I think if you try and please people, that's a big mistake. I would
Not pleasing, but if you have a message in your songs. you put that message for whom? Who will understand it better?
Well, people who are listening, message-wise, that's more Ian's department, writing the lyrics and stuff. You know, I'm more the musical kind of. I write the music and kind of set the background for the kind of specific lyrics. But you know, I would say that we just we don't. You know, we really do it to please ourselves more than anything else. I think I'm happy if people get it. You know. Because we're not really, we've been around so long, I mean, we're not really the flavour of the month. You know, nobody's, you know, it's just is what it is. You know, in this day and age, people are either attracted to the honesty of the cult or they're not. And, you know, I'm happy that we're still doing okay. You know, we're really doing pretty good considering how long we've been around.
What do you like? What do you enjoy the most in your job, in the music you make? What process? Like you like more recording? Do you like more writing or acting?
Well, I like performing on stage live. That's the most exciting thing for me personally. I look at making records these days more like kind of going to the gym. It's good for you and it's like something you should do, but I don't really always enjoy it when I'm doing it. I try to, the process of recording a record, and it's really interesting to have like a blank sheet of paper. Like when you started this interview, if you just had that, that's what you start with, and when you finish an album, you end up with that. And that's that's a challenge to me, is having nothing and trying to think up and feel and emote music. And also work with another guy, because with the Cult it's a collaboration of two people. In some bands, you know, I would write complete songs and Ian would write complete songs, and it depends on the band. And with us, it's interesting because they're always a collaboration, the songs, and that means a different dynamic, you know, in the way our music is. There's always some degree of tension within the music. So that's a good thing, you know, I think. I mean, maybe it's bad, I don't know. We've got this far doing it.
You also say that you don't like traveling anymore. Can you tell us more?
There's nothing really deep about that. It's just traveling's no fun anymore. I just think
But you are still doing it, and yesterday you were at another festival, and this is the last festival of your tour.
Yeah. It's the last. It's just a short run. I mean, we've toured. We were in America prior to here for a month, but yeah, it's just I just don't like the travel part anymore. But I think that's pretty common. I don't think I'm the only musician who gets to kind of my age who, you know, I don't think. I mean, you're young, you probably don't know it any different, but it used to be a lot of fun traveling.
Does that?
Parents, it used to be a lot more fun. Nowadays, it basically sucks.
Does that affect the way you play? Not liking to travel?
Well, that's a good question. I don't think it affects how I play. I think, you know, if it's more and more trouble to get from point A to point B on the planet and more expensive, I think that can have a detrimental effect psychologically, because you don't really want to do it. But it's nice to play the show. There's many cliches and sayings that are around in the music business. The main one on the subject is, you know, I do the concert for free. I want to get paid for the other 23 hours in the day. That's basically kind of sums up the whole thing of, you know, the concert part's great. It's all the rest of it that's a bit of a drag, you know.
What do you expect then for this concert? And also, what do you expect after the concert? You will be resting more?
After the concert, I don't know. Right now, we've got to work out what set we're going to play, because tonight we're only playing for 65 minutes. So last night we played for 90 minutes. So we have to change, you know, what we're doing a little bit. Eliminate some songs, get to that, kind of get my mind right for when we actually perform at 8:30. So I want to be at my best at 8:30 today. What happens after really doesn't matter, you know. Perhaps when I was younger I was more concerned with what happened after, but nowadays I'm just concerned with doing a great show, and then whatever happens after happens. But
getting back home, maybe will you be very happy to be back home?
Well, yeah. I'm going to the UK. I live in America, but I'm going to spend a couple of weeks in England in the summer. So I'm looking forward to that. Breathe some nice fresh air. Get rained on a little bit, usual English summer.
Okay, so we hope that you have a really nice concert and also a really good summer. Thank you very much.
We're always, we've always done very well in Portugal, and we always remember we have a lot of fans here, and we always look forward to coming here. I know that sounds like a kind of a bit of a creepy thing to say, but the reality is that we always have done very well in this country, and we enjoy it a lot coming here. Not all countries are the same. We don't equally look forward to going to certain countries over others. So it's genuine when I say that. We look forward to it. The passion of the fans and the openness and is very uplifting for bands. I'm sure all the bands will tell you the same, but it's just like the natural way that Portuguese people enjoy their music. It seems to be more free, and they don't care about being so cool or being uptight about what's cool. They just enjoy, and that really helps to make the whole concert a better experience for the band. The more they enjoy, the better we play, and it's kind of like that interaction is what I look forward to. So hopefully that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, really, and you are always welcome to come back.
Hello, I'm Billy Duffy from The Cult, and you've been watching me be interviewed on Backstage.